left is throwing out a whole bunch of disinformation coming up to the midterms. I'm here to clear some of that up on this episode today. I'm Laoch, and this is Laoch When the Hammer Drops. All right, so let's just jump right into it. Okay, first and foremost, Roe versus Wade, okay? Yeah, I know they're running on it. They're trying to get votes on it. Saying that, I hear in my state that Darren Bailey won't allow women to get an abortion, even if it's incest or rape. Folks, this is complete lies. All of it's complete lies by your Democratic Party trying to get your vote. And unfortunately, a lot of you have fallen hook, line, and sinker for it. I guess, I don't know. I don't know what else we can do to help open up your eyes. And I'm sure those are the people that aren't listening to this. So it's up to the people that listen to this on either podcast or watching the video on YouTube or Rumble, that it's our job to kind of hopefully be able to open their eyes. And by the way, if you can do me a favor, if you are listening to this on any of the podcast platforms, do me a favor, give me a 5-star and a review. It's definitely going to help get this out to more people. I'd appreciate it. So now back into the show. So, I mean, it's up to us to kind of bring information to these people, honestly, because they're being brainwashed by mainstream media. They're being brainwashed by what the government wants, and it's unfortunate, but when you wake up and actually see what the hell's going on, you kind of sit back like, wow. Now, I will say this. If you want to vote, well, not vote. If you want more of what is going on now, then vote Democrat. If this is okay with you, with paying high prices at your local grocery store, high prices for gas, which, mind you, gas where I live literally went up 80 cents in a week. Okay. And then, it came back down a little bit, but it's just ridiculous. You see long lines of people waiting to put gas in their car because $3.69 is a great deal. Folks, what you're forgetting is that it's still almost $2 too high from where it was. But Biden, see, and that's the thing what I hate about Democrats and a lot of politicians, because they want to point fingers. They want to point fingers like, not my fault, it's this guy's fault, or it's this guy's fault. No, it's your policies and that are causing all this problem. Nothing more, nothing less. It's what you have done. And we're not stupid anymore. Or we're awake, I guess I could say. We're not falling for the bullshit. But, and that's what they're hoping for. And take case in point, you had Fetterman. Now, a little background on this guy. He's running for Senate in Pennsylvania. He's a lieutenant governor. He had a stroke, and it's clearly obvious, plain as day, that this guy's he's not very functional. Okay, he can't comprehend things very well. The stroke that he had definitely really did damage to that side of the brain, where comprehension and just the fundamentals he doesn't have anymore. And you can clearly tell it in any of the videos or interviews that he is doing. And the sick thing is that you got a TV show like The View that says that you look fine to us, but when somebody else actually had something, well, why isn't he doing it? Blah blah blah, trying to like role reverse. It's good. It's okay for the Democrats to have a stroke or anything like that, but heaven forbid if it's a Republican or conservative, then you're just playing games. You can do it. You're just feeling sorry for yourself, so to speak. That's kind of how they feel. And that's what they're doing with Fetterman. Fetterman, this guy, he has switched time and time again from fracking, not liking fracking, to liking fracking, because he's trying to play on what he feels that is going to persuade the independent voters to vote for him, or Republicans to flip sides. Folks, this guy and all Democrats are alike. They're full of shit. And there are some Republicans that are like this as well, that, like Lindsey Graham, I'm not a fan of him because I think he's full of shit. But, that's not my problem. That's South Carolina. My problem is Illinois, where you got Dick Durbin and Tammy Duckworth and those pieces of crap that are Madigan machine people, but, hey, where's Madigan, by the way? Last I heard he was supposed to be prosecuted, and all of a sudden he just died off into nothing. Nothing. But we have to deal with his proteges, J.B. Pritzker, and the Attorney General for the state, Kawaii, or whatever the fuck his name is. We have to deal with him as well, or as long, and the Speaker of for the House or whatever for the state. His tutelage. These are the people that need to get the hell out. But back to Fetterman. Now, just over the weekend, he got so wishy-washy where he said that he's running on Roe versus Wade. And then he mentions about the demise of Roe versus Wade. I'm going to play the video for you right here. It's all over Twitter. I mean, if you haven't seen it, you're going to see it here right now. So bear with me here for a second. And if folks, if you're listening to this on a podcast, you're going to hear the audio. Just fine. You're just not going to see the video of this guy looking dumb. I mean, honestly, if you want to see it, I'll post it up to I think I retweeted it on my Twitter, so you can definitely go check that out over there. But here you go, folks. I mean, this is how dumb this guy is.
I run on Roe v. Wade. Celebrates the demise of Roe v. Wade.
I can't make this up. This guy is just, how can, this is all Democrats, unfortunately. You had out in Arizona, Carly Lake she was being accused, or not her directly, but somebody in her, campaign is being directly accused of breaking into her opponent's offices. Why the fuck would they do that? Man, you guys are just reaching to get that sorry vote, right? This is all misinformation. This is complete crap. Okay? And can't fall for it anymore. And they're thinking that they keep on playing this because people fall for it. Let's keep on playing this card. Because they're looking for a way, because they know come Tuesday, they're losing. The red wave's coming. And they're going to lose. They're not too certain on the state elections as far as governors and all that stuff and attorney generals and stuff like that, or secretaries of state, which your secretary of state is a very important position because that helps to dictate how we vote. So remember that when I said that. They put in a lot of things in place when it comes to the vote and counting and all that fun stuff. So that department, folks, is very, very, very important. Secretary of State in your state. Make sure you vote for the right person. Whether it's, now mind you, I'm not going to talk bad on all Democrats, but unfortunately, majority of them are shit. But keep in mind, you have independents and you have a bunch of conservatives or a Green Party or whatever. But the most important thing is make sure that you vote for the person that can't be swayed either way. If it's an independent, make sure that person can't be swayed 100% Republican all the time and 100% Democrat. You just don't want that. So, which brings me to, well, I'll come over to the state here in just a second, but let's finish up with our federal end of it, House and Senate. See, here's the thing. In the past couple of weeks, not only did you have Paul Pelosi get attacked, and this is what is troublesome about that. One, nobody was watching the video cameras. Two, the cops show up. Paul answers the door, and the cops allow Paul to go back inside with his underwear when there's supposedly somebody in there that he called the cops on, but he was a friend, according to Paul, that he said to the police. And then the police just sat there and watched him get his head caved in with a hammer. Why would the cops do that? See, something's not adding up, and they're trying to, the website that they said that all of his blog stuff was on. Now, you can look into this. You can go to Wayback Machine, and this website, which I think it's waybackmachine.org, you can go there, look up that blog site, and then you can find out for yourself that website, number one, was started on October 28th, just mere couple days before the incident happened. Number one. Number two, all the articles that were posted, that how they said they had months and months of information on this guy. Here's a little fun fact for you. All that information that was said to be there the articles were dated for months back, but they all got uploaded on the same time, which is the day that this happened. So you have a website that hasn't been there very long, and then these articles, all of them get uploaded on the same day. But you can't get to any of these articles. You can't get to his Twitter or his Facebook or any of his social media. Everything's been taken down. And now I'm kind of wondering, why hasn't the police, because they usually release photographs of things that have happened. Why haven't they done that yet? Because, in my opinion, I think we all know that the accuser was a nudist. And there's been stories about Paul Pelosi being a little, but people seem to think that it might have been, a sex buddy, and they got upset, and that's what happened. Another funny thing is how Paul got to the bathroom, because he was charging his phone there. Who the fuck charges their phone in the bathroom at night? My phone, when it's charging, is right beside my bed, because if there's an emergency phone call that comes through, I have my phone right there. Why the hell would I put it in my bathroom? So, Paul, you're 82 years old. Again, why would you? I'm sure you got a big-ass master bedroom, because, you guys have somehow been able to manipulate the system and the stocks and everything like that, backdoor deals to make millions of dollars. So I'm sure your master bedroom is pretty big. Why would you charge your phone in your bathroom? Were you drunk? I don't know. Just kind of weird. But this is the stuff that they're trying to do, and this is the stuff that you can't be fooled by. So now I'm going to talk about my state here real quick, and I'm sure this has happened in a lot of other states. I know crime is huge in New York, and boy, oh boy, is Hillary Clinton out there saying, how Republicans bad, Democrats bad, and whoever votes Republican is basically just brain dead or an idiot. Just like the lady from The View said that, because there was a poll taken, that most suburban white women who were once Democrat are voting Republican, because there's a lot of that going on. This is stuff that they don't want to tell you. So this lady had the nerve to call those women, suburban women, cockroaches, because they're going to vote Republican. Why? Why are they cockroaches? Because they're sick and tired of paying higher prices at the gas pump. Because they're sick and tired of, when they have a family of 4, possibly paying almost $500 a week in food. That's $2,000 a month in food, right? I know for 2 of us, for 2 people, we're spending $240 a week. I can only imagine what a family of 4 or 5 are paying. But these people are getting sick of it, because they want to change, just like every other American that is going to vote Tuesday. We all want change, but we're all cockroaches, or we're bad people by the Democrats, because we're doing that. And that's the one thing that drives me nuts about Democrats, folks, is that they are quick to name call and start resorting to anger and violence before a Republican or a conservative will. I couldn't tell you how many times, even on social media, that the bullying that they try is ridiculous. I post something, and then here's somebody real quick, da-da-da-da. And it's like, dude, you're not going to engage me to get the reaction that you want, because I'm not going to do it. And that sets them off even more. That's when they resort to name calling and stuff like that. All the while, I don't say anything. I don't call names. I don't swear. I'm nothing. I'm just like, whatever. I'm done engaging you. Done. And they just can't take it. But this is your typical Democrat. This is your typical lib. Look at the states. Look at Kenosha. Kenosha got burnt to a crisp. And guess what? Kenosha's run Democrat. The Democrats are all okay with that kind of protesting, because that's freedom, right? They're okay with burning cities down. But heaven forbid, when conservatives decide that they want to protest, oh, that's bad. That's bad. We got to have on this date, we need to make sure we have this, this, and this. A video crew. By the way, Nancy, why did you have a video crew there? Documentary crew on January 6th. Still haven't answered that question. Would really love to know that answer. But that's bad. I know in my town, I'm not a fan of the Proud Boys. I'm not. But when you're not related, when you're coming in to do a show not related to something like that, I do believe that everybody has a right to perform and do their job. Whether what group you're in. As long as you're not spewing the hatred or spewing any of the garbage, then whatever. In the town I live in, this guy comes in and sure shit, everybody was up in an uproar because, oh my God, the leader of the Proud Boys is going to be here doing a comedy show because he does comedy. Okay, whatever. Who fucking cares? Made such a stink about it, canceled the show. I'm so sick of this canceled culture. But in the same breath, in the summer of 2020, when all that crap was going on, BLM, which we all know now, doesn't give a shit about the African American community. They only give a shit about themselves. We had their protest in our town. Nobody bothered it. Us conservatives, we didn't. It's like they have the right for that. But when it's on shoe on the other foot, it's all bets are off. And this is the kind of stuff that needs to go away. And that's why it's very, very important for each and every one of you who's listening, if you're in the States or you're watching and you're in the States, you need to get out there and vote Tuesday. We need to change the dynamic. We need to get people in office and get this inflation under control. Because if we have 2 more years of Democratic complete control in Washington, D.C., this is going to get a lot worse before it gets any close to getting better. And I really don't know what else I can say about that. I truly hope for a red wave come Tuesday. I'm going to probably do an episode a day up to that point. So, to kind of keep anybody, who's not listening informed of what's going on. I may do an episode on the fly. So the audio may not be as good, and it won't be on YouTube or anything like that. I'll just put that directly up onto the podcast. I might do one remote from Chicago, kind of give you an idea of what's going on down there, especially on Wednesday. That's going to be very interesting. One last note is if you have to wait days to weeks to certify an election in your state, you can bet there's cheating going on. Because how is it? For many, many years, we were able to do it and find out that same night who won. Now, the last couple elections, they're just preparing you because, so you think it's okay, they conditioned you to feel like it's okay, but it's not. Because if they need more time to count votes, chances are they're cheating. That's prove me wrong on that one, folks. So that's where I'm going to cut it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Now, remember, if you're watching this, definitely smash the bell icon to get notified and subscribe to the channel on YouTube and as well as Rumble. Also, if you're just listening to this on any of the podcast platforms or on the podcast, you can go to any podcast platform, type in Laoch when the hammer drops. It's going to pop up. Give it give me 5 stars and a review so I can beat the algorithms a little bit so we can get this out to more and more people. All right, folks, I'm going to let you go for today. It's Sunday. It's football day. Enjoy your games, and we'll be back tomorrow for some more.